Hey guys, this is part 7 of the Java game programming tutorial. In this video I'm going to show you how to do player-enemy collision. You already seen bullet enemy collision, so this one's not going to be too much different. So go ahead and go into game panel. Uh, we did all of our collision checking in the function game update, so we're going to do that here. Here's our bullet enemy collision. And now, after checking for dead enemies, let's go ahead and check player enemy collision. So the first thing we want to do is we have to check if the player is hit. So we need to go into player and add some extra fields in here. Private, boolean, let's see, call it recovering. We're also going to need long recovery timer. So when the player first starts out, he's going to be not recovering, and the timer is going to be current time, I guess, or 0, actually, 0. And we're also going to be making another get here. This is public. Boolean is recovering, and this is just going to return recovering, whether or not the player is currently recovering from the current hit. We're also going to do public void hit. This is going to not hit. That's for enemies. We'll call this lose life. And basically this is lives minus minus, and recovering equals true. And we're going to start up the recovery timer. Recovery timer equals system.nanotime. And an update all the way at the end. Let's just tack on to the end here the recovery timer logic. So the first thing we want to do is check how much time has passed since getting hit. So that's the current time minus the start recovery time divided by 1,000,000 to get it in milliseconds. And we want to check that, let's say 2 seconds. You can be invincible for 2 seconds after getting hit. So yeah, 2 seconds is fine. If a lapse is greater than that, then we are no longer recovering, and the recovery timer can go back to 0. And the last thing we need to do is in draw. If recovering, then we have to use the hit color. Remember in the beginning when we were creating the player, I had you make 2 colors. One was color 1, or the regular color, and the other one was color 2. This is the color that you use when you're hit. So go ahead, if recovering, use color 2 and color 2 down here. Otherwise, else, we're going to use the regular color. And that's pretty much it for draw. Go back to game panel, player enemy collision. Here we're going to check, first of all, if player.is recovering. I hope I have that function here. Is recovering, right, okay. So if the player is recovering, or actually if the player is not recovering, meaning the player is allowed to get hit again, then we can go ahead and check. We need the 3 things, the x, y, and r radius. So this player.getx, py, player.gety, player.gety, pr, player.getr. Now we need to loop through all of the enemies, enemies.size, and here we have to get the enemies X, Y, and R. So enemy E is enemies.getI. Enemy X, E.getX, EY, E.getY, and ER, E.getR. And now we use the same formula. So we do double dx is equal to player x minus ex, double dy is player y minus ey, and the distance is square root of the sum of squared dx times dx plus dy times dy. And if the distance is less than the radii, then we have a collision detection. We have a hit. And what we do here is we're going to do pretty much just player.loseLife. And player.loseLife is going to handle all of the recovery stuff. So that's good. Let's see if it works. Java compile. Uh-oh. Not a statement. Oops. My getter for recovering is wrong. I forgot the return recovering. So let's compile and run. And I should get hit and turn red. Cool. So I can't get hit again until after I'm done recovering. So that works. Nice. Now you saw there I just lost all 3 of my lives, but nothing happened. That's because we don't have a game over. So we'll do that some other time, but for now, our game still looks pretty empty. We can have more stuff on the screen. How about a player score? Let's just go ahead and add that real quick. I'm only 7 minutes into this video, so go back into player and do int score, one of the fields. The score is going to start off at 0. Let's do setters and getters for that. So public int get score, return score, and public void add score. We're going to add to the score, so score plus equals I. Cool. And now we need a graphical representation of that. So in game render, where we draw everything, we're going to go all the way to the bottom and we're going to do draw player score. This should be relatively simple. Just set the color to white and set the font. Again, I like using Century Gothic because it's cool. Font.plain, size 14. G.drawString now. We're going to draw score, colon, space, and then player.getScore. We're going to draw this at the top right of the screen, so that's like width minus 110 high, I guess. See what that looks like. Okay, that's really high. So let's bring it down to like 30. Cool. And now, even though we're killing enemies, score isn't going up. That's fine, because we haven't done anything with the score yet. When do we increment the score? When we've killed enemies, and we check for dead enemies over here. How convenient. Check dead enemies. If an enemy is dead, so first let's just get the enemy. Now we are gonna do player.add score. Now how much points is an enemy worth? Let's go back to enemy actually. And we're going to create some getters for the type and rank. Public int get type, return type. Public int get rank, return rank. The score an enemy gives the player is the sum of its type and rank. So a 1-1 enemy is going to give 2 points. So add score e.getType plus e.getRank. Cool. Let's see if that's working. Score should go up by 2. There it is. Okay, now if you probably noticed, maybe not, that there is some kind of collision detection weird problem that it's a little bit difficult to fix, so I'm going to provide a temporary fix for now that should mostly get rid of it. Go into bullet.java and change the speed from 15 down to 10, just slow it down a little bit. That should give better hit detection. The problem before was that the bullet was going so fast that it was actually skipping over the enemy. So even though it was a direct line hit, it was actually just skipping right past it. So this is just a lame temporary fix. I mean, 10's not so bad. I think we can keep 10. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. In the next video, we are going to do power-ups. That's right. Right now, we're pretty lame. All we have is one bullet. That's not cool. So now we're going to add extra bullet power in the next video. So I'll see you then.